What I love about Deborah the most is her passion towards relationships. For me to see all of that poured into our relationship and really her showing that passion towards me and what she wants us to be and where we can grow to, that's really just amazing, and that really takes our relationship to somewhere that I never even envisioned.
So the first date was in the spring of 2007. Randomly, he was like, do you want to go to dinner? I was like, really? And it was nice because, this was like my first real date, and it was with this guy that I have been attracted to since day one. So we did start to casually go out on dates here and there. We'd hang out, watch movies, and it was just so innocent. It never felt forced. It never felt like we had to put a title on anything, but it was just, he was someone that I always wanted to talk to, and he always wanted to talk to me. We tried the whole dating thing, and I just think that we were just at two different points in our lives at that moment, and we were both really young. I think, to me, that was such a big test for our relationship, as far as loyalty is concerned. But no matter what, we always had each other's backs.
I was close to graduating, and so really kind of assessing who do I really want to have in my life after I graduate from college, because that's going to be a serious effort to make that happen.
It just became really clear that we just couldn't have our relationship end that way.
Really, it was probably a strong courting on my side to really try to get to know Deb a lot better and make sure that our relationship continued to grow.
I'll never forget the night he was about to move from Manhattan to Wichita. He came over to say goodbye, and it was literally like a scene out of a movie. We literally held each other and gave each other a kiss, and he may never admit, but I swear his knees got weak.
Deb was easily, the person that was number one on my list to really make sure that we maintained that relationship and we continued to grow as I left and moved to a different place.
Going through senior year and having him by my side was so huge for me.
Deb really helped me a whole lot when it came to that integration, going from college to the professional life. Just having someone there that actually cared and that you can talk to every day about what you were going through and your different struggles, and really kind of continue to be that support system for each other. For me, really seeing this person that's always been there for me, that is really everything that I'm looking for in a person and a wife, it made a whole lot of sense for me to go ahead and propose and to go for that relationship and that marriage to really take us to the next level and to continue to grow in life.
So I was hosting an event at Wichita State, and it was just a fashion show, and I had called him because I was expecting him to be there to support me. So when I called him and I asked him what he was doing, he said, "Oh, nothing." I was like, "Okay, so are you gonna come to this fashion show?" And he was like, "Nah." I was like, "Is he, what?" I didn't talk to him. I did a good job at the little event, and I was leaving the event, and I was gonna have a little attitude and not even talk to him. I was like, okay, I'll at least text him. I was like, what are you doing? He had mentioned that he wanted to meet up, go for a walk, go get some ice cream, whatever.
Picked her up and she wasn't in the best mood at all. I tried to make a quick pit stop, so we both went to the same elementary school. Granted, we didn't know each other. I was a year older, and for some reason we didn't remember each other at all. Thought that might be a cool idea to go back to maybe a place that we both obviously did a lot of growing at that point in time. We both had different insecurities and starting school and a lot of different things going on. So I had never been the most spontaneous guy, so I figured this would be a step in the right direction to say, hey, let's go for this, let's do that.
And he pulls up to Kaufman Elementary where we both went to school. We went walking, talking about life and just reminiscing. It was great, like our usual walks.
In my mind, I thought she had me figured out. I was a little nervous, my hands were sweating already.
And as we're about to go back to the car, I see all this stuff on the basketball court. And as we get closer and I see that, it's rock spelled out upside down, will you marry me? I literally flipped out. I turned around and I was like, this cannot be happening.
Started crying and yelling and everything and screaming, so it was just a beautiful moment.
I didn't have the best time in elementary school, teasing, picked on, all of that stuff, and he knew that about me. Now I always remember my experience at Gammon in a positive way. It was the absolutely perfect proposal that I don't think I could have ever thought of myself.
I can't wait.
I love her tremendously, and really I value her a lot in my life, about who we are and where we're going. A lot of personal things that I've gone through, Deb has always been there with me.
Like, God knew what he was doing when he put this person in my life, because literally I felt like I was so deficient in an area, and he fills that plus some. No matter what, no matter where he's going or whatever, like, my heart will always belong to him, and no other person, no other man, nothing else could ever replace what I feel for him or what I have for him. And I'm gonna stop there because I don't want to start crying.
Being able to have someone like that for the rest of my life is just, it's really kind of overwhelms me with joy about how great that's going to be. I really plan to be that same thing for her, really provide the same kind of support, the same kind of love, the same kind of passion, and pour everything I have into her and our relationship as well. It really motivates me and really kind of gets me excited to wake up every day to be with Deborah.